What's up, y'all? All right, so today's video is gonna be about belief systems and you know, philosophies or theologies, or like I said, belief systems that you agree upon, and why it's so important to always be sharp on the things you believe in, the things that you consider truth. In my opinion, the ultimate truth at the end of the day is one man that died, and died for our sins, and died for us to have power back in the spiritual realm, in our everyday living, to have some leverage over, you know, the kingdom of darkness and all the negative and dark stuff that comes with it, which was Jesus Christ himself. No one, well, I can't say no one, but like when you start to understand and test different spirits, and you see who ultimately wins, it's Jesus Christ. It's Christ himself. But you see, when we start getting into, you know, spiritual talk and religious talk, or just theologies and, you know, different ways of thinking and different belief system, we have to understand, or you have to understand, and especially as a male, that your way of living, your belief system, is going to be influencing the woman you're with. Or in other words, even if the woman has more influence over you as a male, her ideas, her belief systems are going to be influencing you. But I always think it's better and more potent and more influential and in such a, I call it, better place when a male has more understanding and wisdom than his own girl, right? Because, you know, it puts you in that leader position. It puts you in a position where, you know, you become the teacher. You become the person she looks up to when you're learning as well as she's learning, and you can teach her things. And this is why, you know, a lot of women like more men with experience. And when I say experience, it's like that's what women look for. Women look for men that are experienced in what? In a lot of things. It could be financially, it could be in the bedroom, it could be you know, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual information, stuff that has nothing to do with the physical realm. And when we get deep down to the philosophies on how you view yourself, and how you view confidence, and how you view human nature, how you view influencing, how you view money, how you view power, how you view respect, there's a bunch of belief systems that either you created for yourself, or most likely it was given to you, or you're recreating based off the new information. If you're a man seeking wisdom and knowledge, you're obtaining and you're getting, and you're always getting reinforced with these new ideas that maybe your bloodline and your what's it called, your family has not been influenced or even touched on these realms of thoughts. And when you understand that a lot of stuff had to do with the way of thinking, you as a man always want to make sure your way of thinking is the sharpest. Your way of thinking is superior than the other man's way of thinking. And it's not saying that you're out here trying to be a better philosopher or thinker than somebody else, because obviously if you're seeking for truth, you're seeking for truth. You're just seeking for the right way to do things. And we know that there's generational disadvantages when it comes to ways of thinking. You know, you can tell based off how your family and the structure of your family moves and thinks, and you can see what kind of things that they lack that are super negative, and you can tell that their realm of thinking in those specific areas is not super intact with the truth, or intact with power. And you know, we're not supposed to be living in fear. We're not supposed to be living in scarcity. There's so much abundance in this world, and all this world wants us to put us in is in a belief system of lack, of less, of scarcity. But honestly, God wants us to have abundance of things, of resources, of life, of, you know, children, of women, of you know, just what you can do for others. And it's not for yourself. It's actually, you know, it's supposed to be given back. But like I said, belief system is so potent as a man. When you focus and you ask yourself, while life goes on and, you know, you're doing your thing, and you ask yourself, like, am I intact with my belief systems? Am I believing what I need to believe? Or am I allowing the world to shape me and my ideas because it just sounds good? So then I don't have to put any energy or thought into those ideas. And what I've noticed is a lot of males have a very weak frame when it comes to dealing with women. Men have such a simp complex when it comes to, like I said, dealing with the opposite sex. Or if we want to talk about women have such a fantasy on how life should be for them. And, you know, these are touchy topics because, you know, we're dealing with relationship stuff. A lot of people think they should run relationships like this. They should do it like this. Women should act like this. Women should be liberated to do X, Y, and Z. Men should be liberated. You know, everything has a boundary, and you just got to figure out what is the right boundary for everything, and what's pushing something past the envelope, and what is actually staying within the boundaries. And, you know, you're making sense, and it has logic to it. And a lot of truth is it has logic. It has evidence behind it, and it has evidence to support why something works and why something doesn't work. And going back to this whole video, make sure your belief system, and whatever that belief system is, and like I said, there's, when you break it down and you break it down into sections of your life, like there's a lot of stuff that, you know, all of us got to work on because we've been taught to believe something in a scarce way. But when you start to understand, you can shift your mind and the information, and it's by opening a book. It's by listening to other people that explore different realms of thoughts that you may never explore. And this is what's so beautiful about the internet, that you can listen to people and they could give you information on shit you will never even think of, never even have pathways of neurons thinking that process. And when you really access to this, now you have that thought form added to your experience that you can, you know, mess around with. You can search and scan for yourself. You can research for yourself these realms of thinking. Like let me give you an example. Say if I didn't know how to cook eggs, for instance, something really basic. Say if I didn't know how to cook eggs, I could go on YouTube right now, and I'm pretty sure there's 1,000 ways, 1,000 videos on how to cook eggs properly. But that's just one example, and that's just dealing with food. Imagine dealing with, you know, your lifestyle, how to manage money, how to portray yourself as a man. What does it mean to be a man? And these thoughts and ideas should be roaming around every male's life, because really you have that burden of performance, meaning what? You as a male already need to know how to be a male. And that's the one thing that a lot of guys have trouble with, because they're like, dang, like I'm supposed to know it all. I'm supposed to know how to already be rich. I'm supposed to already know how to run a business. I'm already supposed to know how to make a woman laugh. I'm already supposed to know how to have sex. I'm already supposed to know how to be confident. And as a man, we're projected that persona upon us, which is what? You should know how to be an attractive male. And to some dudes, that's difficult. But when you start to fucking open up your mind and open up a book and open up ways of thinking and looking at, which we have full access to, a lot of successful men, not saying they're supposed to be your idol, but you can learn a lot from a lot of individuals, and they will teach you things that your own father can't teach you. If you never had a father, there's another man out there that you can see online that you will probably never meet in person, that will give you gems about life, that will put you onto game, that will enhance you spiritually, that will make you think about stuff that maybe even the people at your church won't even teach you spiritually, like, or people around you won't elevate the realms of thoughts that you may have and entertain. And then you got people online entertaining those thoughts and giving their opinion or ideas about it. And it's such a powerful concept, because remember, everything happens with a thought. And if I have a powerful man giving and stirring up my mind some powerful ideas that I could never, not say never, but I couldn't project myself first, and he's giving me that, that's value. It may not manifest, like, you may understand the concept in the moment, but it may not manifest right there, but that's still a step forward, and that will still change your reality. Reading the book changes my reality. Why does it change my reality? Because then now I have information I didn't have before. And what do I do with that information? It depends. It depends on the circumstance, what I want my reality to be, how I want to shift it, ways of thinking, ways of influencing. And you know, it's just so potent. And you know, I was just reflecting today how much I influenced myself, and I was just so proud of that. I was just like, damn, like, I be influencing myself. And it's so cool to look at myself from a third person, knowing that I'm the one building my character up. And you know, I'm patting myself on the back, because I'm like, fuck, that feels so good to know that I put energy, thought, time into me, and I'm seeing me grow into a different person while I'm still me. So these are the things that as a young man I would be paying attention to, I will be working on. And I've always said it, and I've been making videos. I've been making these videos. This is nothing new to me. I've been making this since I was, what, 18? I'm about to be damn near 26. And I haven't stopped. And it's been the same stuff. And I'm seeing the progression in my own life, and the things that, you know, I get or I don't get. The things that I get blessed with, the things I don't. The things I work hard for. And I know that the hard work brings those blessings, and the other way around, when I notice when I'm lazy with other things, and how, like, or I lack things. I'll lack something in my personality. I'll lack some areas of humility in my life, and that's how much I'm aware of the process of me living, and what helps with those areas. When I research those areas I have lack in, and I do my research and I figure out what is a better way to think about something I have a problem with. And today, in 2022, we have something beautiful called the internet that can help us and benefit us in our everyday life and journey. But instead, we use the internet for pleasure. It's always pleasure. It's always entertainment. I'm not making videos to touch 1,000 people in a million views. I'm making videos so I could touch 1 or 2 people, and they'll be like, fuck, I gotta switch some ideas up, you know, ways of thinking, and move from that point. So, you know, I'm just giving y'all a small little motivation in there. But again, going back to, what do you believe? Is your belief system giving you the reality you want? Is the belief system winning? Is that belief system the truth? Well, Jason, there's no such thing as truth. I disagree. There's a lot of truths. There may not be one big answer, but there is an answer, and there's a lot of little answers that add up to a big answer that maybe a lot of us don't have all the puzzle pieces to. So, y'all stay blessed.